Hey there, welcome to week 3 of virtual math. I hope everybody's doing good. This week is fun. We're doing transformations. It's one of my favorites. And you'll really like it because it's fun. You get to do artistic things and you get to make shapes move. So we're going to do that today. We're going to start with key lock puzzles. Key lock puzzles are super fun. I'm going to show you how to do this, how to kind of tell your computer what to do, because if you notice, if I move my mouse over here, I cannot do anything with my grid unless I want to just move it like this. So what the goal here is to move this key over to this key and in the exact same shape, like exact same position. So I have to tell the computer how to move it. So in order to do that, I'm going to use these three directions. This is a translation tool, this is a rotation tool, and this is a reflection tool. And I'm going to show you how to do all three. I'm going to show you how to do all three, and then you... Oh. My goodness. Excuse me. And then you can figure out how to do the rest. Okay. So I'm going to move this key over to this key, and I'm going to start doing it by sliding it. And so in order to slide it, I need to use the sliding tool. So I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to move it on across the x-axis. So I need to move it across the x-axis, and I need to move it over to the -3. So I'm going to move this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces in the negative direction, right? So -7, and on the x-axis, click the check mark, and it moves for me. Now, I'm going to go through and show you how to do all three of the movements. So I do know that I need to slide it down and rotate it, but I want to show you how to reflect before we do that, because reflections are kind of tough to understand. And in this particular case, it doesn't require a reflection, but you could do a reflection. Actually, let's do a reflection here. So I'm going to reflect, so that's the reflection tool, and in this case I want to move it from up here down here, right? So so in order to do that, this is going to be this, I'm going to be using this one, right? So that's going to be on the reflecting across a Y, one of my Y axes, one of those steps, right? So what I want to do is I want my dot to end up right here, right? I want this blue dot to end up right here. So I want this to reflect across to go right here. So I need to find a point where I can reflect it, like in the middle here where I can reflect it, because it's like a mirror. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I go down 3, this is halfway. So 1, 2, 3 is halfway, and that's at -1. So if I reflect it across -1, let's see what happens, because it should end up right there when I reflect it. And look at that. So it actually reflects across this line right here. Okay, so that's that y equals -1 line, and if you may remember doing that from when we were graphing, this line right here, it reflects it perfectly across that. So we've got 3 over here and 3 down here, and that's why I only went down 3 spaces and told it to go at -1. Okay, so now I just have to figure out how to get this to be the same, in the same position as this. So I'm going to have to do some reflection and rotation. So let's rotate it first of all. I'm going to rotate it in this direction, so in the counterclockwise direction, and it automatically gives me a degree. So I can go in 90-degree increments. So I'm going to go in 90 degrees. I'm just going to go 90 degrees because that's all I have to go. And then I'm going to do another reflection to get it to go on to this other, to get into that same position. So let's do a reflection, but this time we're going to reflect it vertically, and then I'm going to reflect it over -3. This is -3 right here. So 1, 2, 3 over the line -3, and that should be perfect. Yep. So that unlocks this puzzle, and then you can go on to another puzzle and another puzzle and another puzzle to finish up the rest of those, and they're super fun. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you soon.